Welcome back, guys. Today we'll check into a very important aspect or important topic of Excel, which is freezing panes. This is very important when you're checking on the data or you're using data within Excel and there's too much data in your Excel and you want to freeze certain section of your data so that you can relate the data all together. Yeah, suppose you have hundreds of columns and you want to check that data against the name. You have to scroll 100 columns and you will not understand which name you are checking it for. So you freeze the page. So if you set up your worksheet with row or column headings, these headings will not be visible when you scroll down. So suppose I have this heading, order date, region. So if I scroll down to check the other data which is available on the 50 or 56th row, I'm not able to see the headings which I'm referring to. Yeah, same way, if I want to see the order date, against which I want to see a lot of other data which may be available if I had hundreds of columns. Then if I go to the rightmost column, I'm not able to see the order date that I'm referring to. Yeah, or the name or the rep name that I'm referring to. Yeah, for that, I need to freeze the page. Yeah, so freezing panes keeps the headings visible while you're scrolling through the worksheet, either horizontally or vertically. Okay, now there are three options. But before that, you can freeze your panes using your mouse as well as your keyboard. So let's see that first. So using your mouse, suppose I want to freeze this first row. So what I need to do is I need to go to the second row and it will freeze the row above it. So where do I go? I go to the View tab on your ribbon. Within that, I need to go on the Windows group, which is available. And from the Windows group, I need to select the freeze panes command. Okay. So from the View tab, I go to Windows group, and within Windows group, I click the freeze panes command. Let me remove all these drawings. So let me select that. So suppose I want my first row to be freezed so that I can scroll vertically downwards on the rows. So I go to the second row in my first column. I say freeze and I'll say freeze panes. Alternatively, I can unfreeze the pane. Okay, freeze panes. So what happens as soon as I freeze the panes, if I scroll down, you can see my heading is still intact. Let me make it bold and color it so that you can understand the difference. Yeah. So my heading is still intact. Yeah. Whereas if I unfreeze the pane, I go to view again to unfreeze the pane. I'll go to freeze. I'll say unfreeze the pane. And if I scroll down, my heading is gone up. I'm not able to understand which column I'm referring to. Okay, so this is the way in which you can freeze panes using your mouse. Now the same options, this options which are available on your heading can be accessed using your keyboard. Okay, the keyboard option again, as I told you earlier, open the on-screen keyboard. What we need to click on is LWFF. So LWFF. Yeah, so it has added the line, which helps me to, which has froze the first row. Same way, it has, if I have to unfreeze this, again, I'll click on Alt W and 2 times F. Yeah, so it has unfreeze the pane once again. Yeah, so there are three options. So we saw two ways in which you can freeze or unfreeze the pane. So the shortcut key was LWFF. And if you press it once again, it will unfreeze it. Yeah. So let me remove the on-screen keyboard first. Now there are three options within it. Yeah. So if you want to freeze the pane from the place where the cursor is placed, you use the first option called freeze panes. The second is freeze top row. So if you place your cursor anywhere, and if you click on first freeze top row, it will still freeze the first row. Same way, if you want to freeze the first column, you go click the freeze first column, and you will see the column has got the order date has got freeze, and you can scroll to the right as and how you like it. Yeah. So this is how you freeze rows or columns. Now, to unfreeze it once again, I'll say unfreeze page. It will remove whatever freezing that you have done for this entire page. Now you have to be very careful while placing your cursor. So if I'm trying to use freeze panes, yeah, or Alt WFF on your keyboard, then you need to check where your cursor is placed. Because suppose if I place my cursor on the 13th row and C column, what it will do is it will freeze my rows from 12th row and the B column. Yeah. So if I try to place my cursor here on the C14th cell, it will freeze the rows till 13 and column till B. Let's see how. So I'll say freeze panes, and you'll see there is a line that has appeared. I removed the grid lines. You'll see that line that has appeared, it has frozen the entire section on the left hand side and the top of this cursor. So if I try to scroll down, yeah, the top section is frozen. Same way, if I try to go to the right section is left section is frozen. Yeah, so this is two-way freezing of your data, which can be used. How do I use it is I use it while I want to scroll downwards as well as on the left side. So suppose I want to check data for this rev and from the columns to the right. So I'll keep my cursor here and I'll say freeze page. Now what has happened, I can go to the right of the data and check what is the data relevant for that particular rep. Also, I can scroll downwards to check what all data is available for all the records. Yeah. So this is how you can freeze your data to increase the viewability of the important data that you want to have a look at and you want to compare it. Yeah, hope you understood how you can freeze panes within the data to basically understand and have an overview of your entire information on the worksheet. Hope you like this video. Do like it, share it across with your colleagues who want to learn Excel. Yes, comment if you want me to cover any of your interested topics in my 365 days of Excel. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel because that's how you're going to get all my videos that are uploaded directly to your inbox. Thank you so much.